He is bouncing off defenders.
I guess people didn't think I could do it on the NFL level, so.
And the Aces with the comeback win.
You want to be playing your best in August, in September, like I said, as a team, and that's what you're starting to see.
Players, that one's on the ground and to right. He's safe! Nevada will walk it off in the 7th.
This team is playing for Las Vegas right now, playing for each other, playing for our families.
Our entrance is going to be pretty cool. I always want the game day atmosphere. I mean, it's 4 quarters. It's, 3 hours of fun.
From Channel 13, this is Vegas Locker Room, sponsored by Active Plumbing and Air Conditioning.
And look at that. I think we've got about half an hour of fun ahead. Hey, thanks so much for joining us late tonight on Vegas Locker Room. I'm Nick Walters.
And I'm Alex Eschelman. It's been a busy Saturday full of sports here in the entertainment capital, Nick.
That's right. Raider Nation just watched the Silver and Black go from one desert to another, wrapping up the preseason in Glendale facing the Arizona Cardinals. Now the autumn wind of the regular season is almost here.
We're starting the 2-week countdown to week 1 at the Patriots, but first let's look back on an action-packed 3-game preseason slate. The Raiders have had their ups and downs through the preseason, and all eyes have been on the new-look Raiders offense. We saw Geno Smith's unit flash in last week's matchup against the 49ers. We've seen Brock Bowers moss a guy, Ashton Jeanty truck a dude, and defensively, Mad Max Crosby already disrupting backfields. However, this time of year is always crucial for depth pieces who are trying to earn a spot on the 53-man roster. Entering tonight's preseason finale, head coach Pete Carroll wanted to see them play up to their potential.
I want to see them to go out knowing that there's a lot on the line for them and play like they're capable. I don't want to do nothing crazy. I don't want to try to be like somebody else. I want them to be the best version of themselves in the face of all that may be built up in their minds. I'm going to try to calm them down as much as possible and trusting that the work that we've done, the reps that we've taken, will give them, if they can execute that on game day, again, under these circumstances, and they can handle it and deal with it really well. That's the message that you got a guy that can really compete and you can count on.
Now we'll see if some preseason standouts make the cut for week 1 as all teams have to reduce their rosters to 53 players by Tuesday.
I know I'd run through a brick wall for Pete Carroll. Look, Ashton Jeanty has stolen the headlines ever since he started donning the silver and black, and we've seen more and more of those flashes of the 6th overall pick's potential since he buckled up the pads. Deuce had his I've arrived moment by trucking a 49er in the Raiders preseason home opener, and he capped it off with his first unofficial touchdown as a Raider. Expectations are sky high for Jeanty going in to the first round of the fantasy drafts already, but he'd say pressure builds diamonds.
First training camp, all that type of stuff, high expectations, but I think the best thing that I've done for myself is just kind of, silence that out. I mean, I know there's expectations for me, and that's what you want. If there's no expectations, then you're not doing something right. So I just, I'm in my own bubble, just trying to get better each and every single day. Listening to what people in the building are telling me, if I'm doing good or if I'm not doing good, and I think that's what's important.
As we all know, as UNLV fans, Jeanty remarkably toted the rock for over 2,600 yards and scored 23 touchdowns as a senior at Boise State. But offensive coordinator Chip Kelly is also trying to unlock his ability as a pass catcher.
Well, guys, UNLV football is already breaking records in week 0. The Rebels opening their season today with the earliest game in program history against Idaho State. And while new head coach Dan Mullen is excited to be back on the sidelines, he might be even more pumped for the upgrades Rebel students and fans get to experience inside Allegiant Stadium all season long. Take a listen.
Our entrance is going to be pretty cool. I like that. Start of the 4th quarter is going to be really cool. We brought temporary bleachers in to have students down on the field that we're going to get them closer to the action. I always want the game day atmosphere, not just to be more than just a game, so people come to a game. I mean, it's 4 quarters. It's, 3 hours of fun.
3 hours of fun. Up next, the Rebs travel to Texas to kick off against the Sam Houston Bearcats on Friday night at 6:30.
Good luck to those Rebs. Okay, the Vegas Nighthawks embracing their first ever indoor football league championship game tonight, but that's not the only accomplishment that the team is celebrating this season. Congratulations to Antonio Wimbush for earning the 2025 IFL Special Teams Player of the Year award, as well as being named the All-IFL First Team along with Quentin Randolph, both saying this season will always be one to remember.
We understand that in life, we're blessed with these opportunities, and just to be able to be here and to continue to go, it's a blessing.
Being able to do it with some of the same guys returning from last year, being able to do it for being here for 3 years, being under Mike Davis for that long, seeing the growth of the program. It's our 4th year of existence, so being able to go to the national championship in the IFL is amazing.
What a breakout for that franchise. Congrats to our Vegas Nighthawks on an incredible run this season. Look, we love that Nevada has been back on the biggest stage in youth baseball in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, but it's not the first time our state has made it this far.
Yeah, that's right, Nick. Now with a new group of local kids on that same field, the original team reflects and passes the torch. Our Taylor Rocha takes us back with the group that started it all.
1-2, laced into right center.
It's definitely a sacred place to me.
Just stepping back on the field, it all comes rushing back. The grass, the lights, the feeling of being 12 years old with the whole country watching.
Oh, what a catch out there!
The lights are never really too bright when you've done something like that.
This one is hard hit into right field.
They remember the cameras, the pressure, and the crowd that seemed to stretch for miles.
When we played Philadelphia and there were however many people, 36,000, 42,000, there's mixed numbers on it, but when you took the field and you kind of looked around and both hills were covered and people in the stands, it was an interesting experience for sure.
One of the coolest things was hearing the stadium boo you. Like that was pretty cool.
There's a lot of distractions going on. Just trust your teammates and trust what you guys have been doing all summer.
Most of the time with these little leaguers.
The story of 2014 will always be remembered for how it ended. A loss to Chicago erased when Jackie Robinson West was stripped of the title.
It's not the kids' fault. Shame on the adults. But we're the champions.
Even through the controversy, the memories remain the strongest, ones that still bring smiles today.
Our last night in the dorms in Williamsport, we, believe it or not, so Chicago stayed right above us. And yeah, we all like hung out with them and stuff, and we were up till like 3, 4 in the morning, something like that, playing dodgeball, doing what 12-year-olds do.
For these players, Williamsport left a mark that goes far beyond the field.
It shaped me as a person.
And their message to this year's team is simple.
Embrace the moment, one, not just with your teammates and coaches, but really with your families as well, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
And what a show by the...
Enjoy each day and understand the opportunity that you have ahead of you. But at the same time, we're out there for a reason, and we got to handle business and bring the hardware home.
They want to swing the bat.
As Summerlin South makes their run in Williamsport, they're stepping into a brotherhood that's bigger than baseball. In Las Vegas, Taylor Rocha, Channel 13 Sports.
Great job as always by Taylor. And apparently, locals very much remember their parade. It was one of the first sports parades down the strip, Nick.
And ever since, this baseball community in Southern Nevada has grown so much. Just look at the last 2 years alone. Last year, Henderson had their moment with Paseo Verde All-Stars making a deep run in the Little League World Series. And this valley was not done making their presence felt in Williamsport, with the Summerlin South All-Stars doing the same this year. Congratulations to an awesome run by that team.
Absolutely. All right, on to the court now. Asia Wilson continues to do what she does best. The star center earning Western Conference Player of the Week honors for the 4th time this season, while also becoming the fastest and youngest player in WNBA history, guys, to net 2,000 field goals. And to celebrate, the team gifted fans with their very own Asia bobbleheads. And Aces faithful couldn't get enough of it.
And what about her being on a throne?
Of course.
What else?
She's the queen. The phone's pretty nice because she's the queen anyways.
She's the queen. She's got to be on the throne, of course. We just missing a crown. Maybe we could use a crown on there.
And next up for the Aces, they take on the Chicago Sky Monday at 5 p.m. You can watch the game on the Spot Vegas 34.
It's almost nighttime. That's right, Vegas-born fam. The time to return to the Fortress is almost upon us. Single game tickets for the Vegas Golden Knights 2025-26 regular season went on sale this week. Full and partial season memberships, event suites, and group tickets are also available right now. The VGK also dropped their theme night schedule, which includes 2 new additions, Kids Day on January 19th and Mental Health Day on April 13th. Some other theme nights include Pride Night on October 18th, Hockey Fights Cancer Night on November 18th, a St. Patrick's Day matchup on March 17th. I love those green uniforms. And Donate Life Night on April 2nd. Well, that's not all, Alex. During this preseason, we'll be giving out some stuff like this. Nice swag.
Guys.
It's looking good on you.
I have to do a full walk.
Walk the catwalk here?
I mean, this is snazzy.
I know.
I wish you put on the socks.
We got some socks.
I wish I could see those socks on you.
So here's the socks that they could be giving out. And if you go to a Vegas Golden Knights preseason game, you'll have giveaways just like this. Of course, 1460 AM Deportes Vegas, along with the Vegas Golden Knights logo. Just more swag for your closet of VGK gear.
Very cute stuff. Good job, VGK.
Good job. Look, hey, coming up, high school football is underway, and one Bishop Gorman player has family ties to one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Plus, I chat with A's broadcaster Jenny Kavnar about Nicky Nukes and more. Stay with us here on Vegas Locker Room.
Welcome back. Look, we all know Bishop Gorman football has been fielding stacked lineups for years, resulting in top college prospects, NFL draft selections, and the Gales winning the 5A state title for the last 4 seasons. A converted wideout who's a star safety on this year's team comes from a special bloodline.
Be grateful for the foundation he set for me and my family, and just wanting to continue that legacy every single day.
5-star safety, Oregon commit Jet Washington is the nephew of NBA legend Kobe Bryant.
Something that I just try to embrace, not try to run from. You know, everybody kind of knows the fact now, so just wanting to represent that each day and just live through me and just really just embrace that legacy.
A 2-sport athlete standing at 6'5", the Vegas native is a key cog for Gorman state champion football and basketball teams. He mirrors the Mamba mentality on the field and on the hardwood.
He's super competitive. You can see he always wants to be great in everything he does, so it's also a perfect thing to have as a coach, right? A kid that wants to be great himself.
Really just that hard work and grit, and then just that mentality that nobody's going to be better than me, and just that mentality that he brought every single day, every time he stepped on the court, and just being a great human being.
In a day and age when more student athletes are specializing in one sport, considering his genes, it only made sense for Washington to continue playing high school basketball.
Really just because that was something I loved ever since I was a young kid, so I was like, why not stop it? If I could play both for as long as I possibly can, let's do it. Because it was a game I enjoyed and grew up watching.
Ranked as one of the top 2026 defensive back prospects in the country, and with championship pedigree running in the family, the rangy rising senior picked off 5 passes last season as a junior.
A ball hawking safety that can play all over the field and just make plays at any time.
He takes as much pride in his character as he does in his stats.
Super humble kid for as talented as he is. The other thing that makes him special is becoming a leader.
My family always preaches staying humble. You know, I do everything for them, you know, the glory of God, so we just learn to stay humble and just keep working hard.
You don't see a safety at Washington's height very often, but with the game evolving and more coaches wanting long DBs, he feels right at home in the secondary.
How versatile it is and the things that he can do on the field, right? Not many kids that size can play that position, so it's kind of an anomaly, but it's a special anomaly to have.
A lot of people say I'm too tall, they're trying to move me around, but I feel like as long as I can move and do my job, you know, I see myself as a unique piece that can fit into any defense and play all the positions.
Such a beautiful way to, one, remember Kobe, but also what a special connection we have here in our valley, Nick.
Yeah, and Jet is continuing that legacy that Kobe made for so many years as a Laker. And now Jet, wearing number 5, will try to help the Gales win a 5th straight state championship. Can't wait to see how they can do it this fall.
And the first pitch from Estes. Swung on and fouled off on a pitch that hit him. He picks up the bat and throws it at Estes. He's been tossed. He is yelling at Joey Estes, and now he runs towards stuff. He threw an entire bucket of sunflower seeds down the third base line. My goodness.
Tensions obviously rising at a Las Vegas Aviators game last weekend when Seattle Mariners outfielder Victor Robles threw a bat at Aviators pitcher Joey Estes after being hit by a pitch. Robles, who's on a rehab assignment with the Tacoma Rainiers, was tossed from the game and issued a 10-game suspension from the MLB on Tuesday. The suspension won't go into effect until Robles returns to the Mariners roster. That got pretty heated fast.
Definitely don't see that every day at a baseball game. And hey, you know, there's no crying in baseball, but there's also no throwing bats.
Yeah, it's a family-friendly atmosphere at an Aviators game. There's no room for that.
With that being said, though, he did acknowledge it. He apologized. He said, you know, he's been going through some things with rehab and the recent passing of his mother. So, you know what? Everybody's human. We're going to move forward, but yes, definitely something to remember from this year's Aviators season.
Hey, it's sports. There's emotions. It's going to come out eventually, even at a minor league baseball game. Hey, a big conversation surrounding the Athletics this season is their Rookie of the Year candidates.
I caught up with A's broadcaster Jenny Kavnar to get her thoughts on the battle.
I know we're both a little biased, but Rookie of the Year, yes, no.
Oh, man. It's so hard. Like, Jacob's year was so incredible going into the All-Star break, and the fact that you know, a athletic rookie was named to be the starting shortstop of the American League. I mean, you think about the American League and the amount of shortstops and great shortstops that are in the American League, and it was Jacob Wilson that was voted by the fans to be the starting shortstop. It felt for me for a while that he was going to run away with Rookie of the Year, and all of a sudden here comes his teammate, called up a little bit into the season, doesn't even have a home run the first couple of weeks, and then just goes on an absolute tear. And like I said, in the big moments coming through in the clutch, that's what's impressed me. And now to have the batting average to follow suit, you know, hitting over 300 at this point in the season, add on the fact he has 25 home runs. Oh, and he's only done it in 84 games. I think Nick Kurtz is on a path to become the American League Rookie of the Year, yes.
Definitely a highlight for the A's this season. All right, when we come back on Vegas Locker Room, we're taking a moment to recognize one local student athlete who's excelling in and out of the classroom.
And a local Olympic medalist gives back to our community with a clinic at the very place she began her career. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Vegas Locker Room. Olympic medalist and Vegas native Katie Grimes is making a splash with local kids this week at the Pavilion Center pool in Summerlin. Grimes hosted around 50 special Olympic athletes ages 8 to 16, taking them through warm-ups and teaching them different swimming strokes. While she enjoys showing our youth how they can make it to the top, Grimes told me the clinic took her back to the very beginning.
Being here at this pool is full circle because I swam here all the time when I was younger, and me and my brothers would come to this pool all the time for practice, meets. This is like more than I could have asked for. Just being able to spend time with the kids here in Vegas and spread the love for the sport, I think is awesome.
Really cool stuff. Along with starting her sophomore year at the University of Virginia this fall, Grimes is preparing for the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles.
Well, guess what? A new pair of games are coming to Allegiant Stadium for the Vegas Kickoff Classic in 2027 and 2029. ESPN Events announcing this week 2 games set for Labor Day weekend in 2027, featuring a first-time matchup between Miami and Utah, along with North Dakota State versus Montana State. When in 2029, Las Vegas will host 2-time national champion Montana and South Dakota State.
Now, the school officially back in session. Local students continue to shine in and out of the classroom. I spoke with one Shadow Ridge bowler who's recording strikes and straight A's.
Academic Athlete of the Month is brought to you by Brian Boyer, Injury Lawyer.
I'd like to congratulate Jared for winning this month's Academic Athlete of the Month.
Jared Bartitian picked up bowling his freshman year at Shadow Ridge while having to be homeschooled during COVID.
My brother and I were in the house and my mom was kind of sick of us fighting. So she found that Texas Station had dollar games and brought us there. And then I was sick of losing to him since I have that competitive urge against him. And I decided if I got my own stuff and actually tried to learn the game, then I would never lose to him again.
Little did Bartitian know bowling would lead him to become a 4-year varsity bowler and win the 5A individual state championship.
It means so much to me because this is something I strived for the past 4 years. And I inched at it. I was third, I was second, and then finally I got it. So
His persistence goes far beyond the lanes and into the classroom, ranking number 1 in his class with a 4.9 CCSD bonus points GPA.
my day is literally from 5 a.m. to 10, 11 p.m. every night. I mean, I'm constantly on the go, but I figure out a way to manage it and prioritize the things I need to get everything done.
While getting everything done, Bartitian sets the standard for others according to his coaches.
When I tell you I'm so proud of this young man, there's no words. I got him when he was a freshman, and already I could tell the determination and the focus.
I've only had the 2 years of coaching, and to have someone like him to start was like a cheat code. I mean, he's been the team captain for me and helped out so much with not only, just being a great bowler, but helping out his teammates too.
One teammate echoing that statement.
I've looked up to him since my freshman year, because my freshman year was the first time I've ever really tried to bowl, and he was right there to help me.
His parents even look up to him in certain ways.
From bowling, from home, amazing kid.
Hardest working individual I've ever seen in my life.
Bartitian looks to bring that work ethic with him to Grand Canyon University to study forensic science, continue bowling, and keep the same mindset.
Keep working through all the obstacles and all of the adversity and so forth. It's very rewarding in the end.
Academic Athlete of the Month is brought to you by Brian Boyer, Injury Lawyer.
Loved getting to know Jared and his family. Best of luck to all the students in our valley this upcoming school year.
Well, Alex, from bowling lanes to running lanes, we're just days away from seeing Ashton and Jeanty run the rock in the regular season. The Raiders kickoff is coming. The UNLV season is underway.
Right.
High school football is here. How excited are you?
I mean, I can't even express how excited I am. How about you, Nick?
It's been too long since we've been on the turf for real action where results matter.
Best time of year.
Yeah, and we're going to have much more with highlights of real football action starting next week, and we'll see you then on Saturday
See you guys.
here in Vegas Locker Room.